Hey guys, Rumblefish here. Welcome back to my continuation of Secret Weapons of the Noble Court. Let's go ahead and turn in from last time and start part 3 in this series. You want to give a really good explanation about how you got me hallucinating down there?
All things are connected.
No hallucinations. You only connect to the skein, the web, the knot. You have seen your own past. What does that... Have you ever wondered why the Noble Court is concerned with heritage, sons and mothers, bloodlines, and inheritance? Sure, it's a way of keeping power in the family. No, family isn't about that, or even about loyalty. Family is the thread through time that all of us may follow to insight.
You are invigorating.
You begin to perceive a larger world. Eventually, you may become able to manipulate. Silence, Ambrosio. You'll ruin the surprise. The journey continues, from past into present. There is a place in Cloud City where you are needed. The children of the Noble Court require your aid against the savagery of the Empire. A scion of Nathoan blood flees luxury into darkness. See, a problem like that I know how to solve. Seems a lot more practical than this seeds and shrine stuff, too. Then let's get you on your way. Your questions can be answered later. Later, or in the past, but now we live in the present. Alright, so where are we going? Into Cloud City. A clear objective, level 70 required. As part of your lessons, Zeeth finally presented you with something less obscure than your previous tasks. He informed you that you were needed in Cloud City, that a scion of noble blood required your aid against the Empire. Helping those in need, especially with Imperial problems, has become something of a specialty for you. Perhaps this task will bring you closer to the conclusion of your bizarre journey. On standard difficulty level here. Going to take a piece of saboteur gear to give me a little fire protection, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Look, Ambrosio, you've got a crazy mentor, but you've been pretty straight with me. You have any clue who I'm rescuing? I don't mind putting my life on the line, but if this turns out to be some folksy metaphor...
Beware what comes.
Trust in Zeeth. He won't test you without good cause. If he says someone needs you, he or she needs you. Alright then, and if I ask about the voices I heard? Not my place to discuss it. Okay, so... if you notice the abilities that I have equipped at the moment, they are... I forget what it's called. Holograph, I think. Distraction. Snipe. And I still have caltrops equipped. So, as you probably saw from the last couple missions, Flamethrower is a favorite of mine, especially when trying to clear out the stormtroopers on my way to the boss. But I'm going to go ahead and be honest, I've already played this mission through once and recorded it, and I failed it. And I figured I'm not going to make you suffer through watching me fail it, I'll just fess up to the fact that I did. It turns out that the boss at the end of this mission can only be beaten if you can stun him. So none of the abilities that I came in the first time with had the ability to stun him. So I had to go back out and do some internet research and came up with the answer that Snipe was the best ability to go in with. Didn't mean to throw that. Before I broke down and just found the answer on the internet, it occurred to me that, okay, I can't beat this boss. There must be some trick to it. I ran around the map looking for some clue. There was nothing there. So I realized, okay, it's probably an ability that you have to have. I was thinking it might be one of the new Saboteur abilities, because it's got things like Sticky Bomb and Durasteel Cutter. And the final boss basically has a shield, and I was trying to think, well, what would go through a shield? So I was thinking it was one of those, and I hadn't bought any of those abilities yet. And I kind of wanted to figure it out on my own so that I could just have the satisfaction of having done that and not going to the internet for the answer. But the amount of credits that it was going to cost me to run around between all the trainers and buy a bunch of different abilities and run back in here and try them, one, it would take me a while to earn those credits back, and two, I didn't feel like going through all that rigmarole when I knew other people had done it and figured it out. So yeah, I broke down and took the easy way out. And this is the first time that I have used the snipe ability. So my clearing of the stormtroopers between me and the end of the mission, it's not quite as efficient as it would be if I had flamethrower. Like flamethrower, you kind of, if you can, you want to get them crowded together or lined up so that the round passes through more than one of them. The first one it hits, if you're not familiar with snipe ability, it stuns them briefly, so you can interrupt some of their more powerful attacks if they're unloading on you. And like I said, that will certainly be a factor when we get to the boss in a minute. Barrels for gold. Well, no gold there, but... So even with the new ability, clearing the stormtroopers isn't too much of a challenge. For most people, by the time you have 500 holodiscs saved, you'll be well past the level requirement when you start this mission series. I'm not really sure what they had in mind when they created this mission path to get the Force, because I guess it's because so many people were already playing, and those of us who already are, we're starting collecting the holodiscs late in level, so we're higher in level when we start the actual quest line. By the time we get all the holodiscs, somebody who's just starting the game right now, they'll collect all the way up, from level 1 whenever they can get the first holodisc reward, all the way up to 53 when they can unlock the first Force mission. Because I was going to comment that the difficulty isn't that bad, but it's probably because I'm playing it at a level beyond really what they intended. I haven't spent any money on the game, and I've spent very little chromium in at the premium crane, so I definitely don't have uber gear. But even for me, you can see this isn't very difficult. But it's challenging enough. I'm not looking for something that's going to make it really hard and make me wonder if I'm going to beat the boss at the end. I want to know that I'm going to make it through so I can go ahead and finish this freaking quest line and get access to Force powers. Don't know when the lightsaber is going to come into play. I suspect the Force powers are going to come first, and then lightsabers will be kind of introduced a little bit after that. As we creep toward level 100, I'm starting to get the feeling that probably unlock Force powers, like, I don't know, at like level 90 or 95, and then maybe get lightsaber at 100. Hopefully they don't make us wait that long, but it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so here we go. Boss is in here. There he is. He's got that shield that you cannot get anything through unless you stun him, and there you go. It disappeared. Now you can damage him. But at the same time, you've got to dance around and avoid his machine gun and his artillery that he calls in. You got to keep stunning him to keep his shield down. I'm not going to pop my ultimate because it doesn't work. I learned that the hard way first time I fought him. Kept popping my ultimate and it had zero effect on him whatsoever. So yeah, it's pretty much just this cycle of dodging his rounds, his artillery, getting in a spot. It's going to fall outside of his flame AoE. Stunning him and knocking his shield down and whittling away at him. So here we go. Run around, make sure there's nothing I'm missing over here. And this looks to be the person I'm here for. Hey, you looking for a rescue? What? Yes. How? I didn't know the Imperials were after me until 10 minutes ago, maybe. They think I'm some smuggler. Sent a team all the way here to kill me. How did you know? Someone told me, and I quote, "The children of the noble court needed my help." Guess he had a hunch. But I'm not... My grandfather was part of the court, not me. Don't question a hunch that good.
Ah, Ambrosio. Even now, the student.
Tell me you heard that. Huh? Never mind. Let me give you a ride out of here. Alright. Juliasu, I guess is his name. So, level 70 right now. Collect all the trash loot. Fodder for the salvage pile. And another Electrum that I still don't have a use for. Alright, that is part 3 in our playthrough of Secret Weapons of the Noble Court. The next level requirement is 78, and when I get there and when it's implemented in the game, I'll make another video. So see you next time.